Wait, I'm going. This is the most stupid thing, because literally we could have just won. We could have just won, but why win? Why win like that when you can win? When you can win like a champion? So, Shenamo. Hello, Gomez here for the LAN channel again with another crazy deck for you today. This time, we've gone a little bit crazy. It is the JoJo Squirrel deck. Let's do this. So, as I said, today's deck is the JoJo Squirrel. The JoJo Squirrel deck. So let's get in and go into it. I do love JoJo as a series. I've only seen up to like just past Stardust Crusaders, but an amazing series nonetheless. Right. So let's just very quickly go through every single bit of this. So we're actually running. So the idea of this is we've got Shen. Shen is, so we're working with barriers, but our main purpose here is to get the Swole Squirrel out, get this our lovely JoJo Squirrel out, and then use like barriers and whatnot to save him. Hope we should get him up, because every single time he strikes, he doubles his damage. Every time he strikes, double that damage. Try and get an unyielding spirit on him. Use judgment and whatnot to hope that we can wipe a board and just get so many attacks off of him that he just literally goes crazy. And then a Dusk Till Dawn. Like, that's our plan. That is legitimately our plan that we're going with here. It's probably not going to work, and it's going to be insane. The one thing that I wish, actually, or do we include one copy? Do we include one copy of Dragon's Rage? Because obviously once he gets up, we need something which is going to be forcing that damage into our opponent's core, right? So a big part of me is thinking, like, do I just change up just to add like a copy of that, just because the banter that comes off of like the potential of that hitting in. The one problem with it is that we would probably need multiple copies, and there's not many things I want to change from this deck at the moment. So we will leave the deck as is. We will leave the deck as is at the moment, but I do feel like that's definitely needed to kick into our opponent's deck, just to send a devastating message. But let's quickly go through. So we've got this because we've got so many barriers going on. Obviously, barriers for protection as well as draw. Couple of purifiers just to help us out in case there's something that we need to purify. Sharp sight to deal with those elusives. Single combat, because obviously if we're going to be barriering things up and they don't block, single combat's a nice way of removing things, which helps against elusives, but also giving quick attack is very nice. Prismatic barrier. We've got this guy here for drawing, because we've got so many spells. Obviously barriers everywhere, not a drop to drink. So many spells which are barrier things, so spells to be able to draw. Get a little bit of concussive palm just to get the stuns when we need to. Deniers as well, and then obviously Shen working with Swole Squirrel, and as I said, like, that's kind of our end goal game here. We only got one copy of this, but the ability to be able to redouble Valor, hopefully get an unyielding spirit on top of our Swole Squirrel. We are basically laughing if we can make that happen. Obviously, like, obliterates and that still become issues. But until the obliterates happen, we've just got to go and hope and see how this goes. I'm actually gonna throw one copy of this in the deck right now. I'm gonna do it. For the memes. For the memes we go. We might actually I've wanted to keep Young Witch in there mostly for that quick attack, but I'm not gonna lie, like, the potential. So we're gonna go 100% in on the barrier plan. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna hope that Sharp Sight's gonna be enough to deal with our problems, which are gonna be elusive. So you know what? We go big. Let's go with the JoJo Squirrel. And if we're gonna change anything before going into this game, we're gonna make sure that we have JoJo Squirrel as being the main front man. Of this deck, otherwise this deck won't work if he's not the main frontman. But yes, so I think that's pretty much covered everything, so you're just using everything to get that up. It's a very quick deck explanation, obviously, but yeah, we're trying to keep the Swole Squirrel alive for as long as possible, which I said, so unyielding spirit and all the stuff there, as well as the barriers. let me know what you think of this deck. I mean, we're going to see a couple of games. This is literally the first outing of the deck. I haven't tested it, so we will see how this deck does in test in the games that are coming up. Bear in mind that shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. If you want to catch me live on Twitch, I do stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So if you want to come catch this action live and the madness, the craziness that is what Gomez does, then why not feel free to pop on by. There's also the links down below, as well as the link to the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, then which get like basically a lovely community of people we're making, of people who love Legends of Runeterra, love gaming, and love having a good laugh. So if you want to get together and help each other build decks, have good times, there will also be a tournament I will be running in that Discord in time. I've still got to iron out all the details, but amazing times ahead. Anyway, without further ado, let us get in and see how this deck does in a couple of matchups. Okay, so it's pure Targon. So expect the Legion. This is an obliterate possibility, and the problem is, as I said, we do not do well against obliterate. We do have denies, so we do have denies which will help us. But I guess we've got to go 100% on caretaker right now. We've got like, with the hand that we've got a 100% commit to the caretaker plan. Like the main plan is Swole Squirrel, but sometimes plans have to adapt. Sometimes plans have got to adapt to the situations which are before them. So potential just like we could actually even throw that on top of. So we want to get some draw going. Oh, there he is. There's my beautiful boy. There's my JoJo Squirrel. Look at him. He's so majestic. Right, it's fine. So we take that damage. It's all good. We throw down this one because that's actually just going to give her like so much buff. So much buff. So it works for us so well. I mean, obviously he's going to be he's leveling Zoe like a really fast level. But it's, I mean, we could actually leave this one so that we're helping Shen. So we could actually throw this one out and help, which it helps Shen because we know that we got. I mean, because we've top decked Shen. When Shen wasn't top decked, like, you know, that was the consideration was just to go big and bold. But now that we've top decked Shen, I'm a little bit more like, you know, we do this in the best way we can, and this way makes more sense to me. So okay, he's giving that there. It's okay, it's okay. We immediately go forward with both because he does put this here, but it's okay, we don't mind. We don't mind because we want to be trying to get, we need to be forcing down our opponent's core right now. With what he's got and like, you know, like what he potentially could have, we need to just go. So he's going for the immediate attack, which is good because that means that he's not got Diana. So dropping barrier, throw this down, and then, I mean, the thing of it is, so much of me wants to be able to throw Swole Squirrel down onto the deck at this moment in time, but I mean, admittedly, he could have just got an obliterate there, which admittedly the obliterate does cause us significant problems anyway. But I feel like we immediately just go, you know what, boom, boom. We might as well do our best to try and level Shen. So if we do this on top of there, we've also got technically a barrier here. We could, I mean, if we throw this guy out, we could start getting some draw going on, but I do kind of want to keep my mana up now. But we are trying to force our opponent down. The obliterate spell potentially happens here. I mean, obviously, we could be like threatening deny. He can no longer use the obliterate spell. But I was going to say, we could be threatening deny there for our opponent, which is why they're not considering using it if they had it. Right, we go big. We go big. This is just like forcing that attack up. We're basically saying like, come on then, defend yourself. Defend yourself. He definitely defends here because, I mean, Hush is a potential. The funny thing is that if he does go for the Hush, we do actually have the prismatic barrier. So if he was to go for the Hush move, we did have the prismatic barrier to be like, aha, you think you've stopped her, but no, she returns. Right, so River Shaper makes sense here. Just because like we can be drawing spells. So yeah, again, he's trying to find obliterates and he's trying to get this, that, and the other. So I'm gonna throw that out. Just because we want to be kind of drawn, because we have not got deny at the moment. Like if I had deny, I'd be laughing. We do not have deny at the moment, so we've kind of got to go and try to hope that we can find deny. Or single combat, just so that we can actually, single combat wouldn't work on Zoe right now because obviously like she's got a spell shield. So Sadly, this only works on followers. We could actually technically start to slow down how much he's getting the invoke cards out. So that's actually a thing to consider as being like a possibility. Oh, concussive. So we can actually no, we can't. We can pop the spell shield if we really wanted to. I kind of feel like we throw JoJo Squirrel out right now. JoJo Squirrel is too funny not to play.
Portal me something?
Right. If we use Purify, if he did have the Obliterate, he wouldn't be able to use it. I kind of feel like we just sacrifice this one. I feel like we sacrifice her for the greater good. She's not doing anything for us at the moment. We let that happen. See what our opponent does to that fact. Okay.
Done.
Throw JoJo Squirrel out. Throw a JoJo Squirrel out. We've still got the ability to Prismatic Barrier, so we can actually level Shen. So if he does obliterate Shen, we actually at least can level him, so at least like the other forms of him in the deck are already leveled. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So we go big. We immediately go big. We immediately go big next turn. Because we level Shen. If we go for an open, we level Shen. And then we just use the prismatic barriers to help everyone else. Like that makes the sense to me. So we immediately go forth with everyone. JoJo! Okay, right. Bear in mind that we can really make JoJo Squirrel hilarious right now.
Nature blesses her
followers. So he's got to defend. How close? I mean, he's only 2 spells away. He's only 2 cards away. Sorry, from Zoe leveling. 2 cards away. He doesn't want to leave. It's one thing that he doesn't want to, but he knows. He knows he's got to do so. Okay, he gets a heal out. He gets a heal. Okay, so he's now only 1 card away. Okay, right. So, I mean. Let's see. He's going. Oh, he's got the level. He's got the level. That's the level there. That's the level there. So, is it? Does it? Don't you try to kill my squirrel right now? How dare you? Right. So he's gone. He's gone for trying to kill the squirrel. We've basically got to defend Squirrel's honor, right? We've got to defend the Squirrel's honor. It's too much at stake.
Your place is still in the morgue.
It's too much. Your place is still in the morgue. Ah! And then we actually can throw down another prismatic barrier if we want to, but I'm gonna actually go with. I'm gonna go with the sharp sight there, because I mean, admittedly, we could have put like, you know, the prism. If we put 2 prismatic barriers on top of Shen, we would have increased him up to 10, and then we could have used that on top. So we wouldn't have actually got lethal. So we might as well go this way. Keep everything alive on our side of the field. Admittedly, I said obliterates. Obliterates become problems, but JoJo! Right. From the river folk. I mean, okay. Yes. I mean, oh shit, he's not where we need him. But we could actually, if we prismatic barrier JoJo. I mean, this is what we're after, right? Oh, my stand is the dragon. Go on, just let this happen. just let this happen. But Zoe, so he's just got. I can't. Oh, just. We use prismatic on Swole Squirrel. Actually, what does that get? Oh no, he's not up where he was, because obviously he was only for that round. That's not, so we can do it on top of the caretaker. Right, so on top of caretaker, we could. So on top of caretaker, but JoJo Squirrel is who we want. It's so annoying because when you know you want something, but you also know that it's stupid, but it's what you want the end goal to be. I mean, right, okay, if we do this, it doesn't finish our opponent. It doesn't finish our opponent, but it puts them at significantly terrible health. Puts them at significantly terrible health. And, okay, here's what we do. So, you know, I mean, as much as he wants to do that,
it is not yet there.
is where the banter It is where the banter live, and it's so where I go. I mean, it's not dead yet, but next turn, next turn, we might have screwed ourselves. Why don't you let him kick you into the court? Joe! So Scargrounds. So Scargrounds, we don't actually have any landmark removal in this deck. We have no landmark removal, but as long as we can get as long as we can get what we need. What spells has he really got that I want to deny in this deck? I'm trying to remember, because most of his stuff is burst speed from what I remember. Most of the stuff they run is burst speed, so I don't really think there's anything that I really want to deny. I want to keep. We can wait for that. We can. I mean, we were gonna wait for Jake, but the stand wants to work with him. It's like no. You don't understand. Swole Squirrel needs me. Swole Squirrel needs me right now. Don't you worry. I've got this covered. I've got this covered. And I'm like, but are you sure? It's like, yeah, trust me. Believe in the heart of the cards. The cards know better than I do. That's what I've learned. That's what you need to learn about card games. The cards know better than you. Let them draw the way that they draw. Heart of the cards, Yugi. Heart of the cards. So this is definitely unbelievably stupid, but I love it. So he immediately Scargrounds. We could actually sharp sight. We could sharp sight to get past that, but okay, so we go. I mean, definitely stupid, but at the same time, glorious. So potential transfusion, but we are running barrier on him at the moment. We want to be striking Ing because we want to get that strike. So transfusion, I'm assuming here. Transfusion off of this onto this. Seems smart. Yeah, transfusion. It's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine because we have sharp sight. So the reason we don't mind this plan is because literally we can get round it anyway. As well as that, like we're just doubling. I wanted to keep the mana. I wanted to keep the mana for redouble valor, but you know, you take what you get. You take what you get. So, oh, we still got the mana for redouble valor. Don't worry about it then. Right. I mean, it starts. And so it begins. Okay, we are one mana away from glory. Do we just immediately attack forward? I feel like we immediately attack forward. See, the thing is, I feel like, do we throw a concussive palm on top of this guy first? Do we throw a concussive palm on top of this guy first? Just to stop that. Because I feel like potential transfusion stuff, like I feel like he's got options there.
You must be Lord Vladimir.
So now, his choice is a simple one.
Let's get a good look at you.
So he goes for that, which is fine. So yet again, whoop.
Oh, this hurts.
Right. I'm not gonna lie. This JoJo! The fact that we actually have judgment.
We'll take what we want. The rest will turn.
Oh, my mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. I mean, we could just go for the win, but no part of me is like, I want him to suffer. And we want JoJo Squirrel to become even more legit. Wait, I'm going. This is the most stupid thing, because literally we could have just won. We could have just won, but why win? Why win like that when you can win? When you can win like a champion? So, Shen emote. Look at that! Look at that! Look, that's a... Yes! Scargrounds! Who are ya?
Deep.
Okay, deep is actually going to be interesting because I don't know how we're going to... Like, we need to get Swole Squirrel out quick. If we don't get Swole... If he goes deep... Ah! Yes, he knows. He comes to me. Right. I'm going to keep Deny. I'm going to keep Deny for the purposes of Vengeance. Vengeance and Ruination, I think, like, I run a lot in that kind of deck. So I want to make sure that I've got that covered. Like... So Deny is actually very much important that I know. It's like the second you draw him, he's like, my stand must immediately come with me. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay. This is all worked out perfectly well. Don't you worry about it. Stop worrying. This is all gone perfectly. So
One with the land.
we have this, we have that. We shake it about a little bit, it's all good. So, immediate attack forward, because, I mean, we've got nothing to wait for, really. Nothing to wait for, so just immediate attack forward. River Shaper, can't play him this turn.
Steady my hand.
It's okay. Don't you worry about steady in the hand. This is the man. This is the man with the steady hand. Don't you worry about that. Right, so. We let this happen. Ooh, I mean... Okay, I mean, admittedly, like, it does put her into a potential second vial feast thing, but obviously, so we've got sharp sight, so we can actually technically get her around that situation if we want to. Whether or not we want to or not, I mean, obviously, okay, right now he grabs her. We could throw out the River Shaper, or we could throw out the other Caretaker. I mean, he can't grab both of them, but it's not exactly like we've got any... Like, I feel like we need our spells more than anything. So I don't actually mind him grabbing River Shaper, because if he grabs River Shaper, then at least we draw a spell. Because I feel like he goes for grabbing River Shaper over grabbing the Caretaker, right? Yeah, exactly. So it's fine. We've got so many prismatic things that, like, we want to kind of keep her alive because we've got... Okay. Not exactly what I expected, but okay, I'll take it. So we immediately go Swole Squirrel next turn. He still can't use Vengeance. Okay, redouble that. Okay, so we've got all of the options quickly appearing. All of the options, but we need to bear it in mind. Vengeance is a thing. So we need to be making sure we're keeping ourselves in. Okay, we go forward because we know that we've got sharp sight. That's the reason why we don't mind this going on, is because we know that we've got sharp sight. So sharp sight here. Not gonna lie though, that was a scary moment. But I said we do know that so basically we've got redouble valor, but we also need to know that we've got, there's so many things that he could have, like he's starting to get into Vengeance territory. He's starting to get into grasp territory. Like, we need to be mindful of the situation. We need our barriers. We need our deniers. We need things that are gonna help us with all these situations. So it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry, JoJo Squirrel. I'll look after you, my friend. Hopefully, if I can. I shouldn't make promises I don't 100% know. Okay, so we can throw a barrier. So if we throw the barrier on top of him, we lose the Vengeance cover. So, okay, he can no longer use Vengeance. He could. Wait a minute. What cost is that fish thing? Is that fish 6 cost from what I remember? Yeah, 6 cost. Okay, so he can't use the Obliterate fish. He can use that fish. Okay, so he can't get his widget. He can't do certain things. We could throw down the protection spell. Protection spell. I'll say protection spell. Sorry, the barrier. More for the purposes of buffing the Alpha. We're not going to be getting through to him to stop that damage from going through. But we do that just so that we're getting her damage up a little bit more. We leave it. So he doesn't actually. Oh, he thought there was. Actually, we baited him into thinking there was going to be something that was going to go on there, which is quite nice. Right. Vengeance is still possible, and sadly, we can't use Valor. We can't use Valor without causing that problem. So we want him to use that additional. We just need to use 1 point of mana. Once he uses 1 point of mana, the Vengeance is off the table. I mean, admittedly, he still has got the ability of Grasp. Right, there we go. There we go. So the deny is there. Admittedly, we still can't use Redouble Valor. We still can't use Redouble Valor, which is very upsetting. I was really hoping we were at least going to get the Redouble Valor, which we don't. But okay, that's one attempt on his life that's been stopped again. One attempt on his life that we've stopped. I mean, our opponent is like, what's he got to think about here? Like, there's what has he got to think about? There's no way he can stop the deny version of this coming through. So what is he thinking about? Okay, so I really want to hit Redouble Valor, but I can't. As well as I need to make sure he's protected. It's important. Okay. So he's still a little bit away from going deep. He's still a little bit away from going deep, so that's important as well. So we just, I mean, with the fact that we've got these Dragon's Rages, this is like main man what we're looking at, like massively using. We're looking at those. I mean, we want to. So next turn, I believe we can use Redouble Valor and still have the mana for deny, because we were 1 mana off of using deny with it this turn. So I feel, I mean, is our opponent left? Has our opponent just gone, you know what, screw this shit, I'm out? You never know. You never know, right? It might get. Well, JoJo Squirrel has quite clearly bested me. The fact that we've got second JoJo Squirrel, just in case we. Is he left? Has he actually left? Because he's just like, you know what? Screw this shit. I can't kill the squirrel, man. It's all gone terribly wrong. I'm playing deep, and it's all gone with it finishing. So we're gonna go like that, because now we have got the deny to cover either Grasp or Vengeance. If either of, I mean, the only thing that we can't cover is Hook. If he gets Nautilus out and he hooks, that's like the only thing that we can't. I mean, I said like, but obviously he would have to get Nautilus out with the hook. Don't worry, it's fine. I mean, it feels glorious. It feels glorious. So we've still got the deny perp. We just need to make sure that's. Oh, coward! Oh, he can't kill JoJo Squirrel, so he's just like, nah, I'm done. Okay, so the Twisted Zoe deck, so this is kind of like that Swim, which it can Swim made a deck like this. So I'm going to assume it's that deck. It might not be, there might be variants that our opponents put into it, but I'm just going to go for the assumption that it's going to be close to that deck. Okay, I want to keep Sharp Sight. I want to keep Sharp Sight, and I kind of want to keep Concussive, because my plan here is that we can at least try to stun Zoe or Twisted. Because right now I've got like very little else I can really do to that situation. It looks like our opponent's got very little he can do to the situation as well, so that's okay. That's okay. So we leave it. I'm thinking we throw out River Shaper. We could actually also stun the opponent. I want to throw out River Shaper with the aim of throwing. See, I kind of want to keep Sharp Sight. I kind of want to keep Sharp Sight back, right? We want to keep Sharp Sight back for Zoe. That's what I'm going to say in my head. I mean, admittedly, Twisted. He's got the move. He's got the Twisted move yellow card. Twisted yellow. Twisted yellow. Yep. So right. So we at least can save life. Can save his life. Throw JoJo Squirrel out.
Hold it, partner.
Throw JoJo Squirrel out because it's much unexpected. As well as the fact that it means that he can't attack forward with Twisted.
Black trouble.
He says. Power Cascade. I'm guessing he's got. I mean, you only do this move if you've got Power Cascade, right? Seems like the only real reason that you would go for it. We leave it. We leave it. I believe that our opponent had Power Cascade there, so we're trying to do a little lesson in trickery. Okay, so throw Shen out. We kind of want to be keeping the mana. We want to be keeping the mana for Judgment, like coming in. So as much as he wants to play the caretaker, keeping the mana back for judgment does seem like the best move here. It's crazy. I mean, oh my god, don't you silence that Swole Squirrel. Don't you dare silence that Swole Squirrel. Don't you find the silence for the Swole Squirrel. How dare you? Right, we go forward with all this. At least, as long as we can get draw coming off of that, we don't mind.
You pay first.
As long as we can get draw,
This is outrage.
Ooh,
we don't mind. But I feel like he's gonna get the silence. I feel like out of everything, he's gonna find the one cost silence spell just because it's the one. I mean, Hush this round, it's not bad. It's Power Cascade, of course. Ah, just everything. All of my plans are done. Okay. Hopefully,
From the river folk.
the fact that we can actually just kill his Twisted here.
just a little something I like to call fun.
I feel like we wait and see whether they play something. I mean, I should have just gone for the, before he had more mana, we should have just gone for it, but I was aware of the second Power Cascade. Second Power Cascade was problematic.
Like a fish in water.
Okay, so potential Power Cascade again. We could just do the Judgment move. We could just do the Judgment move on our opponent. I feel like I'm gonna make sure that Shen's defended. We make sure that Shen's defended. Potential single combat. Actually, we get rid of Twisted, because how close is Twisted? I mean, Twisted's halfway there, so because he's gonna be nabbing, right? I'm assuming the plan here is to nab. So if we stop the nab and kill Twisted, that feels like our best possible move right now, because it means that we're stopping the Twisted Fate level up. We're stopping the nab from hitting in with his with the damage going into our core. Seems like the best plan. Seems like the best plan, because I know that the deck that Swim made was a nab deck, so just helps us, right? Just massively helps us with everything that we're going for. We could throw down you just so that we've got benefits happening off of what's his face barrier right now, because I mean, like, I'm just trying to think what our opponent does to the current situation that we're doing. We can actually throw down Judgment next turn regardless, like if he were to go for
Never lost a fair game. Played one.
Okay, so he's gone with stunning. He's gone with stunning my big man, which is a bit upsetting.
Dead in their tracks.
Bit upsetting. I guess we wanted to use this on Swole Squirrel, but I guess we go for our man here. Guess we go for the man, because you know what, sod it, might as well. Shame that we can't buff him at the moment, but it's okay. We could technically, I mean, I would say attack forward with these, but okay. So he definitely is gonna go for nab next turn, because he's gonna go for just attacking forward the elusives. Pick a. He's going. Well, let's see what that was. Do we actually get to see what that was? We don't get to see. I thought you actually got to see what card got shuffled back into the deck.
The dragon lives.
We might as well attack forward with these two. There's no reason not to. We might as well try and force a little bit of removal out of our opponent. There we go. It's okay. It's okay. We lose that man, but I'm guessing he goes forward. He goes forward with both of his elusives. We've only got the ability to stun one of them. Oh, and we can single combat the other one. That's just worked out very nicely. Actually, I guess we sit. I keep thinking we sit, but I mean, we know that he's going to be nabbing, right? We know that our opponent is going to be nabbing. So as much of me is thinking, like, I mean, we kill the Twisted. We kill the Twisted because that just makes too much sense with the single combat. But my other thing is thinking, do we? Okay, so he's going. Yeah, he's definitely going to go with nab. He's definitely going with nab. He throws all the elusives forward. So we can at least stop the damage. So we can stop damage from you. we can then single combat to make sure that he's at least not going to level Twisted again. So we do that. We could have stunned Zoe, but that only stops 1 point of damage. And at this moment in time, I don't mind her getting a star chart, I guess, out of this. I mean, I guess I should worry because he could get another Trickster. Like, he could get another Trickster very easily, but you've got to sometimes take the roles that are given. So it's okay. We go forward. We go forward again. It's okay. We just go immediately forward into an attack. We have got the ability of Judgment, as I said, but he's only been attacking forward with the elusives because he knows. I feel like he knows that, like, you know, there's the potential of Judgment in this deck, and so he kind of wants to hold that back from us. We immediately go forward. We immediately go forward because sod it.
You pay first.
Okay. So
Hold still.
we forced one of them out of him.
Live here.
Forced one of his elusives out. We can actually purify the other one. We can actually purify the other one, so that's, like, you know, less of a problem there. I feel like we throw out Judgment just so that he thinks that Judgment is. I mean, if we use, it puts it into his mind, doesn't it? It puts it into his mind. But I mean, we could just purify Judgment next turn anyway. So we can keep a Bald. I'm going to end up regretting this decision. But I feel like we keep a Bald next time he attacks forward with his elusives. We purify Judgment to kill the Zoe. That's going to be the plan. That's going to be the plan. So we keep our Bald. We keep our Bald, so we can just go forward again and again. He's near enough leveled. Like, Shen's near enough on his level. That's got a bit of a weird broken animation right there, but it's fine.
Go with the flow.
Okay, so he's going 100% elusive on me right now. He's going, like, you know, all the way into the elusiveness. All the way into the elusiveness right now. He's going deep on that elusive damage. Little does he know what's coming at him. So I'm assuming that because he thinks if he attacks forward. Oh, actually, Shen, I can level Shen, but if I level Shen, I can't use this. So he's going with all the elusive. He has literally decided, you know what? We're gonna go Billy Big Bollocks on the elusive, like Billy Big. I wish that we had the Swole Squirrel. Swole Squirrel right now would be amazing. Swole Squirrel right now would be amazing. He's got to make. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Okay, not gonna lie, could be problematic. So he knows he's gonna go for the kill. So what we do is we go for the purify. We go for the purify on this one. Oh, do we go for the purify on the one with the least amount of health? Sorry, we go for the purify on the one with the least amount of health. We hit in there, and then we go whoop, whoop, whoop. So we take out witches. So the plan is here, we take out all the elusives in one swoop. Whoop. Seems like the legitimate plan. Obviously, Bastion, and there is like ways he has of getting around this. But whoop is the plan. Whoop. Okay, so that's all their elusives down, and now we've got to. Now we can immediately go into an attack forward. We actually do have the ability to use Shen's. I mean, admittedly, we don't know what he's got in the invoke stage, but what we can do here is we actually can use Shen. Oh, of course, there was the silence. Very upset, much upset, but it's okay. It's okay. So we can level Shen, and then we can move things about with this, right? Admittedly, like, we want to be. So he's going bold. He's going bold on the draw. He's going bold on the draw, basically because he has to, because he doesn't know what else to do. So deny. Okay, right. So I guess we defend this guy. Actually, no. I guess we actually do use her, because at least by using her, I was gonna say her attack goes up, but her attack doesn't go up until the level up. So sadly, her attack does not go up.
You can't stop me.
Okay, so Is he gonna judgment me back? Is the plan to actually judgment me back? Of course, the plan is a judgment back, just to send a message. I mean, we could actually just deny that. The thing is, if we deny it, is there going to be other things I'm going to want to deny? Because my question is, like, obviously, like, what we can do here is we can... if he had blocked in front of this, that would have been the best thing, because obviously we would have had more damage going through. What we can do is, so if we swap these... Actually, no. Oh, crap. Right, if we swap these two around...
We walk between realms.
Swap these two around. We should have actually probably swapped that one around with... I mean, the decisions were made. I guess that we could still go with the deny if we really wanted to. Just to save that one, just to save that one person's life. It's not necessary because we still haven't actually killed our opponent. We've got our opponent down a lot, and we've given them pause for fault. Of course, there's the hush. At least on the plus side, like, you know, you still stay alive. We keep a bald, we keep an okay bald, and we just need to hope that we can just survive long enough to attack again. Right, all we've got right now is just to hope that we can survive long enough to attack again. So he's going for draw, because admittedly we've stopped this, so it's not like he actually gets to do the attack on everyone. So we're getting that down. He's going. The elusiveness is. Oh god. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Sharp sight, or the kick into the core. That's not what we need. That's not what we need. Okay, so I've got no defense for this one. I've especially got no defense for it when he goes for this move. I've got no defense. No defense right now. That is his last Twisted Fate as well, I believe. His last Twisted Fate. I mean, I can't... Ah! Just so many elusives! So many elusives! And actually, that's lethal. That is lethal. I can't stop it. I can't actually stop this right. If I had another Purify, just one more Purify, yet again would have given me, but I can't stop that. I cannot stop that. But GG indeed. It went down to the wire, I will admit that much. That was an insane game. Okay, so control. It's got Shadow Isles in here, so it's got control, but instead of running Tryndamere, he's running Braum. I don't know what this variant actually does of this deck, so I'm quite interested to see what I'm going to be up against, because I don't actually 100% know. I'm going to keep River Shaper. River Shaper is actually a really good draw card for me at the moment, especially considering that it looks like we're going to go down the barrier route to start off with. Massively down the barrier route to start off with. So I don't know whether or not he's a ramp deck. I don't know whether or not he's a ramp deck or whether or not he's somehow using Braum, like the regenerate. I mean, I'm trying to work out where the Shadow Isles comes in here, because my mind is not piecing those parts together.
These woods protect
So
their own.
on the plus side, if he does go for a JoJo Squirrel when needed, if he does go for an avalanche, we do have sharp sight to get her past this. Oh, he does not go for the avalanche. Okay, that's fine. Then we attack forward with both of them, mostly because, as I said, like, yet again, we do actually have sharp sight. Like, if he does have a way of trying to pick her off with like another Vile or Unspeakable Horror or whatever the hell, we do actually have, or even Whale, we're getting into the range of. We can get rid of that. I mean, I feel so much he just wants to throw. I mean,
Let us get going.
Joe! I mean, Troll-chan is the biggest problem here. Troll-chan is the biggest problem, but you've got, when you get given the chance, you go for it, right? Yes, Braum's dead! Right, okay. I mean, immediate attack forward, I think. immediate attack forward with everything we've got, all guns blazing. Please, top deck prismatic barrier, and we're laughing, right? Top deck prismatic barrier, and we're laughing. We go forward with everything. It's okay, don't worry, people. It is hilarious how many times we've drawn Swole Squirrel and then Dragon's Rage has immediately come. It's actually kind of scary how many times that's happened. I mean, admittedly, we are now like Avalanche. We've just like given him like the best Avalanche move in his life, but he doesn't appear to have it. Ruination, actually, Ruination is now possible. I think Ruination, yeah, Ruination makes sense. Makes 100% sense, especially with the board that was currently there. Bit of a shame, obviously. JoJo! I wish we had Deny, but you know, these things happen. These things happen. Come on, JoJo Squirrel, come back to me. Come back to me. All is forgiven. Ah, shit. Okay, don't worry. We've got a handful of spell. Oh, Shen at least shows his face.
Is it the
Shen,
Who knows?
the potential
Worlds, one balance.
potential with Shen here is he grabs.
Feel this, my sword.
Oh, he doesn't grab. Do we concussive? Or do we just go straight for a dragon's kick to the face? Concussive so that we get somebody who can start barriering, or do we just go for immediate kick to face? Actually, you know what? We take this. We take this because it means nothing. I actually want to see whether or not our opponent does anything else here. Okay, so he's gonna go like that. Gives himself a little bit of healing. I guess we stun. As much as he thinks that we should leave this back for Trundle, I want him to have somebody who he can start, like make a start on barriering up, especially with like the current situation that we're in. We might as well start forcing that.
Help is underway.
So we do actually have the ability to sharp sight here. Do have the ability to sharp sight just to get rid of Braum again. Right. I want him to play something now. I want him to play something onto the board, but I feel like he might go for another Ruination. I want him to play something onto the board, but okay, right, he doesn't play it. Oh, he's going with the ramp, so he's going 100% on the ramp here. 100% on the ramp. Such a shame there, because we did have the Dragon's Rage. I was really hoping he was going to play something that we were going to Dragon's Rage. Oh my god! I'm not gonna lie, that was not what I was expecting. That was not what I was expecting here. I mean, admittedly, that's what I mean. He's dead anyway. But it was nice to know that that's what our opponent was playing, because I literally had no idea. So yes, that was the JoJo Squirrel deck. As you can tell, really funny. Actually worked out a lot more than I expected it to. Very funny deck. But please let me know what you think of it down in the comment section down below. There's definitely chops and changes that can be made. But it was a hell of a lot of fun to run. Keeping Swole Squirrel alive is just like such a good feeling when you actually manage to do it. And then getting the lethal, getting the smashing on the core, or just using judgment. It feels so good. But as I said, let me know what you think. If you run this deck, let me know. If you make any changes, let me know. You can catch me live on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So if you want to come catch this madness live, why not feel free to do so there. There is also the Discord link down below. There's all the links down below, to be fair, if you want to join the community, because literally I said I always come up with concepts. All these videos that I post on YouTube is also always concepts, and then we can work together to perfect them and make them like glorious, like tech them and make them the best that they can be, because I'm just a crazy man. I just throw random things and hope they work. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. If you enjoyed yourself, why not consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. If you are subscribed, thank you so much for the support. Honestly, it's been overwhelming how many of you have subscribed to this and followed on Twitch as well. It's honestly, it's amazing. Thank you so much. Anyway, until next time, bye. From flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.